evening.
Namaskaram, sir.
Yeah. So now that school is open, I think everybody's getting busy. It's routine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just started like second week of school this week.
yeah, I know. It'll get busier and busier. Srikesh is now going to which class? 10th standard or 8th standard?
Ninth.
9. Okay, okay. Okay, we'll start now.
Okay.
Harihi Om. Gajanana Padmarkam Gajananamahर्निशम् अनेकदन्तं भक्तानां एकदन्तं उपास्महे सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणीं विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा श्रीमहासरस्वत्यै नमः वागर्ताविव सम्पृक्तौ वागर्तप्रतिपद्धये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ ॐ विश्वकारणनेत्राढ्यां श्रीमत्त्रिपुरसुन्दरीं बन्धकासुरसंहर्त्रीं कामाक्षीं तामहं भजे स्वर्णाङ्गीं रत्नभूषाढ्यां शुकहस्तां शुचिस्मितां काञ्चीनिवासिनीं वन्दे कामाक्षीं कामितार्थदां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नमः सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तं वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् अपारकरुणासिन्धुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणं श्रीचन्द्रशेखरगुरुं प्रणमामि मुदान्वहम् श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः. So can somebody tell me where we were now? 17 or 18 or where are we?
19.
19?
19 வரைக்கும் படிச்சீங்க மாமா.
Okay, we finished 19.
ஆமா.
Okay. Durasa bhujiste duradipagrihadvaraghatake durante samsare duritalilaye dukkhajanake madayasam kimna व्यपनयसि कश्योपकृतये वदेयं प्रीतिश्चेत् तव शिवकृतार्था खलु वयम्. Oh, that was 19. Okay, so I didn't think that before. We finished that. That's good. So today we are going to go to the next set of, actually, the 3 slokas. They are somewhat interconnected with each other in terms of the ideas. So, they're just arranged like that. In my opinion, they could be arranged in whichever way. But the concepts are kind of intermingled. So far, what have we seen in the study of Sivananda Lahari? First, he was explaining about the importance of bhakti, and then from Aneka Bhakti he took us to Eka Bhakti, and in Eka Bhakti he somehow established that Shiva is the greatest Lord. And then he described Shiva's external features and also his characteristics, how great, how great he is and how much of a Karunyamurti he is, etc., etc. Then he said that his Karunyam is such that even if you are destined to suffer in this life, with Shiva's help, you can overcome those, the bad effects of your fate, which have been ordained by Brahma. And he also said none of those will, with Shiva Bhakti, none of those fate will impact you. So that is the build up. The build up is that one should pay respect to, well, I mean, one should be devote himself to Shiva. The bhakti, the importance of bhakti to Shiva was established. Now he has to say, okay, if you are going to do the bhakti to Shiva, are you mentally prepared for it? So there are two parts. The first part is that there should be the intention to devote yourself, the will to devote yourself towards Shiva. And the second thing is, even if you have the will, are you qualified? What we were saying in the first class about adhikaram. Adhikaram is, are you really qualified? Are you is do you have the kind of attributes that are required to be of a true devotee? That's what we discussed in the first class. So the intention and the adhikara. So those two things are going to be discussed in the next few slokas, right? So speaking of intention, in the previous sloka itself, what did he say? He kind of introduced that concept. He said, Durasa bhuyishte, Durasa bhuyishte, Duradipa grihadvara gatake. So the first thing is Durasha. Durasha is the desires that induce us to do bad things, and then our desire, our limitless desire for accumulation of wealth. So the desire for accumulation of wealth it drives us to bad company and also to do bad deeds by whatever means to collect that money. So durasa bhuyishte duradipa grihadvara katake durante samsare durita nilaye dukkha janake. So eventually all those activities lead to sorrow. That is our current state. So if you have to come out of that state of suffering, then you need to really take some action. That action is to overcome your the what we say the indriya nigraha, right? Indriya nigraha. That is what he is asking us to do in the form of controlling your mind. So that's a concept we are going to discuss. So just before we jump into the slokas itself, we need to understand how this is described by other scriptures. The first thing that there's something called Nirvana Shakti. Some of you may be familiar. And Nirvana Shakti is another work by Adi Shankara. What he says is that the true nature of the human being is what the true nature is. Aham nirvikalpo nirakara rupo vibhutvascha sarvatra sarvendriyanam na cha sangatam naiva muktirna mahiya Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. That is, there is the Advaitic concept teaches us that God, there's the individual, the Atma and the God are not different. So the God is inside everybody. That is, if you think of God as a separate entity from the individual, but if you think of individual itself as the God, then there is no duality there. Therefore, he says, Aham nirvikalpo nirakara rupo vibhutvascha sarvatra sarvendriyanam. So I am omnipresent. So if the God is there in everywhere, vibhutvatva sarvatra, in everywhere and at all times the God is there. And where is that God? That God is inside me. Therefore, there is no different place than for the God. So deho devalaya prokto Jivo Devo Sanatanaha. That is the concept that we have been all taught. That means I am a very pure person. So that is the normal nature of the human being. So in Patanjali, he will say, the if the example that is given for to illustrate that concept is, think of a lake. Think of a lake which is very still. When the lake is very still, then the reflection of the sun can be seen through the water of the lake to the bottom of the lake. So that to that extent, the water is clear and the mind is clear because the mind is still. The mind is not agitated by any feelings of kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, or any of those, and the mind is very still. So Patanjali says, tada drashtuhu, Swarupa Avasthanam. Swarupa Avasthanam. So Swarupa means what? Godliness. So Avasthanam is the residence. So the way the mind is always there is to be very clear and devoid of any inducements towards any of the six what we call the viharas, right? So those ones, however, are not. It is not possible for the mind to be in equilibrium because of the inducements of the indriyas. So what he says at the next shloka, vritti saropyam itaratraha. Vritti saropyam itaratraha. So the vritti or the agitation of the mind, the thought waves in the mind disturb that identity, and that is why the mind is not at all at peace. So that is the concept that he is going to talk about in this sloka 20. And he says, my mind is like a monkey. The monkey is what it is always agitated. It is running here and there. Its mind is constantly disturbed. That was what he talks about in the sloka 20. Then in Bhagavad Gita, we have similar concept. What Gita says is, यततो ह्यभिकौन्तेय पुरुषस्य विपश्चितः इन्द्रियाणि प्रमादीनि हरन्ति परस्पृं प्रसवं मनः. So the mind. So even if you are a person who have got the intention to be, do the bhakti, to have the clear mind. However, even with if you have the intention, the indriyas in your body, they force you to do things which you will even the intellect tells you that you shouldn't be doing this, but the mind directs you towards all those activities. So what happens is, jayato vishayan pumsam sangasteshu upajayate sangat sanjayate kame कामात् क्रोधो विजायते क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशो बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति. So eventually it leads to destruction. So one leads to the other. That's what Bhagavad Gita says. And so the solution that Bhagavad Gita then says is what you should do. Tani sarvani samyamya युक्त आसीत मत्परः वजेहि यस्येन्द्रियाणि तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता. So you have to do yoga. Yoga means not physical yoga where you stretch your hands and legs, but this is the controlling of the indriyas and then taking the Lord as the person to ultimately provide you the protection. So if you can control your indriyas and you can take the Lord as your protector, all these problems completely fade away. So that's what is between the Patanjali's Yoga Shastra and Bhagavad Gita, the concept that are described. And then if you do that, then what happens? Adi Shankara says, न मे मृत्युशङ्खे न मे जातिभेद पिता नैव मे नैव माता न जन्म न बन्धुर्न मित्रं गुरुर्नैव शिष्य चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न पुण्यं न पापं न सौख्यं न दुःखम् न मन्त्रो न तीर्थं न वेदा न यज्ञ अहं भोजनं नैव भोज्यं न भक्त चिदानन्दरूपं शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न मे द्वेषरागौ न मे लोभमोहौ न मे वै मदो नैव मत्सर्यभाव न धर्मो न चार्तो न कामो न मोक्ष Chidananda Shivoham Shivoham. So that the state is, once you have realized that state of complete control over the mind, then Name Dvesha Rago, I don't have the Dvesham, I don't have likes, I don't have dislikes, I don't have Lobham, I don't have Moham, or I am completely in control of my Indriyas. That is the state of mind I will be able to achieve through bhakti. That is what, so the ultimate goal is to have control over the mind. That's what sloka 20 is 20 and 21 are describing. The current state of mind and the desired state of mind is the control, and the solution, the method by which the state is to be achieved through bhakti. And that's what he is talking in this sloka. So we'll go through that now. Sadamo Sada दुरासामोयिष्टे दुरधिपगृहद्वारकटके दुरन्ते संसारे दुरितनिलये दुःखजनके मदायासं किं न व्यपनयसि कस्योपकृतये वदेयं प्रीतिश्चेत् तव शिवकृतार्था खलु वयम्. That's 19. Now the next one, 20. Sada mohatavyan charati सदा मोहाटव्यां चरति युवतीनां कुचगिरौ नटत्याशाशाकासु अटति झटिति स्वैरमभितः कपालिन् भिक्षो मे हृदयकपिमत्यन्तचपलम् दृढं भक्त्या बद्धः शिवमवददीनं कुरु विभो सदा मोहाटव्यां चरति युवतीनां कुचगिरौ नटत्याशाशाकासु अटति झटिति स्वैरमभितः कपालिन् भिक्षो मे हृदयकपिम् अत्यन्तचपलम् दृढं भक्त्या बद्धा शिवभवददीनं कुरु विभो. So, what he's saying, hey Shiva, if you look at the last line, Shiva, hey Shiva, then hey Vibho, Vibho I have already explained, this is the omnipresent. Then he also invokes a Parameshwara, Kapalin. So everybody understands Kapali. So, hey Kapali, hey Vibho, hey Shiva, what is my current state? The current state is Sada mohattavyam charati. Sada, always. Moha, I already explained to you, is a forest of desires, looking for all kinds of things. So moha atavyam, atavya is the forest. So sada moha atavyam charati. So it just keeps on going from one object to another, one desire to another desire. That's my current state. Sada moha atavyam charati. So that is the first one. The second problem is what? Yuvatinam kuchagiro natati kamam, right? So Yuvatinam, the young lady. So Kuchagiro, Charati, Natati. So mind is constantly engaged in being full of lust. So mind is constantly engaged in being in the company of ladies. So Sada Mohatavyam Charati Yuvatinam Kuchagiro Natati. Then the last one is the worst, Lobam. The Lobam is Asha Shaka Sujatiti. Asha Shakasu Jatiti Apitasvairamatathi. So Asha Shakasu means different kinds of expectations. So I should have a car, I should have a house, I should have stock, I should have all kinds of things. And it is a never ending perpetual chase. Asha shakashu atati, asha shakashu jaditi, abhita vairam svairam atati, abhita svairam means the uncontrolled mind. So it's going from one thing to another. Swairam. So abhita means in every direction. So abhita swairam abhita swairam adhati wanders around. So that is the state which is very overall. It is uncontrolled state of mind which directs you to go after all kinds of things. So kama, krodha, moha, mada, matsarya, all kinds of them, which is shadvarga ari. That is what we say. Shadvarga means kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. Shad. So shadvarga ari. Ari means papam, sin. So six different types of sin. Shadvarga hari. So all kinds of things which are overtaking my mind. So, Sada Mohathavyam Sarati Yuvatinam Kuchagirau Natati Asha Shaka Sujatiti Avitasvairam Atati. This is my current state of mind. So, what is in this state, if I have to sum all this into one example, then अद्यन्त च फलम् अपद्यन्त च फलम् मे अद्यन्त च फलम् हृदय कपिम्. So my mind is like a monkey. So I am reminded of one Tamil poem which we used to see in young days of youth. So some kind of movie that the great poet Kannadasan used to write. மனமொரு குரங்கு மனித மனமொரு குரங்கு அதை தாவிட்டால் பாபத்தில் தள்ளிவிடும். Like that he used to write. So manamuru kurangu. So the same concept here. Hridaya kapim adyanta chapalam me. Because of the mind, not chapalam means what? Uncontrolled. So adyanta chapalam. So it's too much of chapalam, too many desires in too many directions, but which are directed by my indriyas, and therefore my mind is like a monkey. So in order to overcome this state, what do I need? Dridam bhaktya madhva, that mind which is jumping on all those directions. So hey Shiva Parameshwara, so with your help, you have to help me to do what? Dridam bhaktya madhva. So in very steady bhakti towards you, and that is like a rope which is to tie that monkey to one place. So dridam bhaktya badhva shiva bhavat adinam kuru. So make me to possess me, take me over, control my mind through the bhakti that I devote to you. So, dridam bhaktya badhva bhavad adinam kuru. So, Guru, we already addressed that. So, that is this sloka. So, the current state is the uncontrolled mind. And then to overcome that state, we are asking Shiva to help me to pay my devotion to you, through which I will be able to overcome the state. So that is what the Sankhya Yoga, the entire Sankhya Yoga of Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, which talks about, right? So why it is important? नास्ति पुत्रयुक्तस्य न चायुक्तस्य भावना न चापादवयतश्चान्द्र शान्तस्य कुतः सुखम्. So when your mind is not in control, then there is no Atma Bodham. When there is no Atma Bodham, there is no Atma Bhavanam. There is no Atma Bhavanam. So the Atma Bhavanam when you will get only when you do Atma Dhyanam. So because you are not having this, what he says, Shanti Ashantasya. So there is no mind is not peaceful. So what happens then? Kutashukam, how will you achieve happiness? So you will never be able to. So you are thinking that you are running after happiness, but you will never be happy. And therefore, in order to overcome that, you need the bhakti of the Lord. That's what the essence of Sloka 20. Sada mohattavyam charati yuvatinam kuchagirau natati asha sakashu. So you have to attach that natati to kuchagirau. So सदा मोहाटव्यां चरति युवतीनां कुचगिरौ नटत्याशाशाकाशु अटति झटिति स्वैरमभितः स्वैरम् abitah. We explained that, right? Kapalim bhikshomi. We explained that also. Hridayakapim atyanta chapalam dridam bhaktya baddha shiva bhavad adinam kuru shubho. So in Mukha Panchasati, I think I have already spoken about this. The poet explains the mind. So the comparison that he draws is the mind is like an elephant. Elephant, which is the elephant cannot stand in one place. The elephant keeps on moving, from with the left to right, and all the time it shakes its ears and it keeps moving from one side to the other side. So the poet says, and in order to make it stand in one place, they put a huge iron chain and then tie it to, some kind of an anchor. So that's the comparison that the poet draws. He says that you be that chain. You be. See, he prays to Kamakshi, and he says you be that chain which you. So you be the anchor, and the bhakti be the chain that draws the elephant, which is my mind, to that one stable direction, which is you. That is the comparison that Mukha Panchasati, the Mukha Kavi draws. Here he talks about mind as a monkey, right? Okay, so then we move on to the 21st sloka. 21st sloka. Dhriti So this in my mind this sloka should have come after 22, but however, so what he says is I am ready now. I am ready. So it's the qualification, the adhikaram that I spoke about. He's talking about now. He says, "Hey Parameshwara, you come to me now because I have prepared the place for you. You can enter my mind now and reside here permanently because this place is now fully ready for you." Fully ready for you in what way? You have invited a guest, so you clean the house, you put new furniture, you do everything. In the same way, here what he says, Dhritistambadharam Dridaguna Sagamanam Vichitram Padmadhyam Patidivasa Sanmarga Gatitam Smarare Macheta Sputavatakutim Prapya Visadam Jayaswamin Shaktya Saha Shivaganai Sevita Vibho Dhritisambhadaram, Dhritistambhadaram, Dhritistamba Adharam. Dhriti Stamba Adharam. I'll explain later. Dhritistambhadaram, Dridaguna Nibaddam, Sagamanam. So three things. Okay. First line talks about three things. Dhritistambhadaram, Dridaguna Nibaddam, Sagamanam. So second line. Vichitram Padmadyam Pratidivasa Sanmarga Gatitam. So there are three more attributes that the second line talks. Okay. So that is Tambadharam, Dridaguna Nibaddham Sagamanam, Vichitram Padmadyam Pratidivasa Sanmarga Gatitam. So then the third line, Spota Patakutim. Puta pata kutim. So the tent, my mind, which is like a house, a tent, whatever you think of, it now is completely pure. Sputa pata kutim. Sputa pata kutim. Prapya vishadham. So in order for you to come here, it is now ready. So smarare macheta sputa pata kutim prapya vishadham जय स्वामिन् शक्त्या सह Shivaganai Sevita Vibho. So he is now saying, I am fully ready for you, therefore please come. So the previous sloka, what did he say? He said, Dridam Bhaktya Baddha Shiva Bhavat Adhinam Kuru. So you have to come and protect me. You have to completely take me over. I'm like a sick industry. So you have to come and protect me and revive me. And in order for him to come, the place has to be gotten ready. And he says, I am ready for you. That's why the 22 is kind of should have been before 21, but however. So that is Tambadharam. So before that, so the first line he is talking about Smarare. In the invocation is Smarare. Hey Smarare. Smara is Manmada. Smara Are. The one who is the enemy of Manmada. Hey Smarare. Swamin. Swamin is my Prabhu. So Hey Swamin. Hey Smarare. Hey, Shivaganai Shevita. So Shivagana is all the Shivaganas worship you. So how should you, hey Vibho, all these things is addressed Marare, then Shivaganai Shevita, Shivibho. Swamin, all those words are invocation words. Okay. So hey Swamin, hey Smarare, Shivaganai Shevita, Vibhuti, Vibho, all that. So now he's saying about my mind, my heart. How is it now? Machetah, machetah. That is the third line, right? Machetah. It is Vishadham Sputapatakutim. Vishadham Sputapatakutim. Vishadham means Visha, very, very big, very wide and very roomy, right? Vishadham Sputapatakutim. Sputa means clean. There's no blemish, completely cleaned, completely. Patakutim. So it has got a lot of wonderful curtains, screens, whatever you call it. Sputa pata kutim, the tent. It's like a tent. So which has been which has with lots of curtains on all sides, completely cleaned and very big and very nice place for the guest to arrive. So Machetah Visadam Sputapatakutim. So who should come? Please come with family. That's what we say, right, in our tradition. So he says, Satyashaha. Hey, Parameshwara, you please don't come alone. Please bring your wife also. Satyashaha. You come with Parashakti. Satyashaha Prarabdhabhya. You come here. So that is the invitation. So हे स्वामिन् स्मरारे शिवगणैः सेवितः हे विभो and then Machetah Sputapadakutim Vishadam Sputapadakutim. So Shaktya Saha Prapya. Please come, please stay here permanently. Okay, and how you should say Jaya. Say Jaya means enjoy. I mean be victorious means what? So enjoy in your stay in my place that I have opened for you. So then the question is, how do I make myself worthy of your stay or worthy of being within me? And that is the explanation in the first two lines.
மாமா
So,
ஜெயானா ஜெயானா என்ஜாய் அப்படின்னு சொன்னேன் இல்லையா நீங்க?
no, no, be victorious. அப்படிங்கிறது literal.
ஓ லிட்டரல். ஓகே ஓகே.
திருதிஸ்தம்பாதாரம். ஸோ ஜெய விஜய் பவன் சொல்றேன்னாக்கா அங்க விஜயின்னா விஜய் பவன் பி விக்டோரியஸ் அப்படின்னு தான் சொல்றோம். தட்ஸ் வாட்.
யா யா யா.
திருதிஸ்தம்பாதாரம். திருதிஸ்தம்ப Dhriti Stamba Adharam. Stamba Adharam means like a very steady place, right? So Dhriti means how to explain it? Somebody achara prabho dharmasya prabhrachyudah. So achara prabho dharma. So the whoever is following all the acharams, the established rules, code of conduct we say in offices, right? So the established rules completely followed. So that is the person who has got the state of dhriti. So dhriti stamba adharam. Stamba means what? This pole which stands steady. Like that, my mind is very, very steady. So how that steady mind, in the chapter 2 in Bhagavad Gita, it is Stirapragyan, we say. Stitapragyan, that is what we say. And also in the chapter 18, when he talks about Sattvika, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas mind, he talks about the Sattva mind, which is also talks about the state of Dhriti. Let me just take that one down. So, 18th chapter. 18th chapter, the chapter Sloka 53, we say, Ahankaram balam darpam, kamam krodam parigraham, vimuchya nirmama shanto, brahma bhujaya kalpate. So somebody whose mind is full of ahankaram, then balam, like somebody we all know, who is trying to bully others. So ahankaram balam darpam. So too much ego in that person, then kamam, krodam, then parigraham. Parigraham is always taking away other people's wealth. So seeking others, taking, by coercion, taking other people's money and possessions. Ahankaram, balam, darpam, kamam, krodam, parigraham, vimuchya, nirmamashanto. So you have to remove vimuchya means you have to give up all that. Then only you will achieve this shantam, and then you become eligible to be Brahman. So that is the qualification that the Bhagavad Gita talks about. And then in this, what this thing talking about Dhriti, what Bhagavad Gita says is Dhrityaya Dara Yate Mana Pranendriya Kriya Yogena Vyabhicharinya Dhritisha Partha Satviki. So what he says is completely, so you must follow the yoga, whatever Ashtanga yoga that we already talked about in the first class. So following that yoga marga, you have to have a steady mind. So with that steady mind, which is having the sthita pragyam, that with that sthita pragyam, you are able to control the mind. So that part, the mind and the prana. So that with you have completely overcome that indriya. That is the state of dhriti. That is the definition which Bhagavad Gita gives in chapter 18. So dhriti, stamba, adharam, dhriti stambadharam, dridaguna nibaddham. Dridaguna nibaddham means once you have taken the Lord as your protector, that faith should not be in any way altered. So that should be dridam, which I said, sthita pragyam. So that one is the next requirement. So dhritistambadharam, so the day-to-day conduct, and then the faith in the Lord. So dhritistambadharam, dridaguna nibaddham, sagama. Just 1 minute. So, sagamanam. Gamanam means to go here and go. But so here we should take it as the path that you follow is the righteous path. So, sagamanam. And Vichitram means in general, so because he's saying that my place is ready for you, so he is saying it is a beautiful place, that's all. So Vichitram, Padmadhyam means Padma Adhyam, lotus like. So what is lotus like? Whenever we talk about anything clean, anything holy, anything sacred, we give the example of Padmam. So he said like a Padma, so Padmadhyam, so Dhritistambadharam, Dridaguna Nibaddham, Sagamanam, Vichitram, Padmadhyam, Pratidivasa Sanmarga Gaditam. Pratidivasa Sanmarga Gaditam. Pratidivasam always, constantly. Okay, Pratidivasa means not once in a day. So this always Satatam we say, right? So Pratidivasa Sanmarga Gaditam. Sanmarga means going, following only the righteous way of life. Sanmarga Gaditam. So that is our focus. So Dhratistambadaram दृढगुणनिबद्धां सगमनां विचित्रां पद्माढ्यां प्रतिदिवससन्मार्गघटितां स्मरारे मच्छेथ स्फुटपटकुटीं प्राप्य विशदाम्. We already explained all that. Then Jayaswamin Shaktya Sah Shivaganai Sevita Vibho. Shivaganai Sevita Vibho. Okay. Dhratistambadaram. I'll read it one more time and then some of you can repeat both 20 and 21. Dhratistambadaram Dridaguna Sagamanam Vichitram Padmadyam Pratidivasa Sanmargagatitam Smarare Machetha Sputapatakutim Prapye Vishadam Jayat Swamin Shaktya Sah Shivaganai Sevita Bibo. So 20 is one more time. Sada Mohathavyam Charati Yuvatinam Kuchagiro Natatyasha Shakasu Atati Jatiti Swairam Abitah Kapalim Bhikshomi Hridaya Kapimatyam Tachapalam Dridam Bhaktya Badva Shiva Papadadinam Kuru Vibho. Okay, who wants to try it now? Nobody?
நான் ட்ரை பண்றேன். இந்த
Don't worry,
20th
whatever it is, that's fine, no problem.
20th நடத்தை ஆசா சாகாச்சோ அடதி ஜடதி ஸ்வைரமபிதக 20th செகண்ட் லைன் அது வந்து பிரிக்கிறோம் இல்லையா?
நடத்திலாம் பிடிக்க வேண்டாம். நடத்தியாஷா ஷாகாஷு ஷாகாஸ் வடத்தின்னா கொஞ்சம் படிக்கிறது subsequently you may not remember, but if it is easy for you, I have heard people reading it also. நடத்தியாஷா ஷாகாஸ் வடத்தின்னு படிச்சா நல்லா இருக்காது இல்லையா? அதனால அப்படி படிக்கணும். சரிதா? ஸோ சாகாஸ் வடத்தின்னு சேர்த்து படிச்சோம்லாம் சேர்த்து படிக்கிறது பெரிய ரொம்ப லாங்காக போயிருந்தனால we are splitting it that way. That's all. So let's try the first line. Start.
सधा मोहाडव्यां चरति युवधीनां कुचगिरौ नडत्यै आसा साकाशो अडति जडति स्वैरम् अपितः कपालिं भिक्षो मे हृदय कविम् अध्यन्तचपलं दृढं भक्त्या पत्वा शिव भवदधीनं गुरु विभो.
Kuru Vibo. Some more practice, but overall it's okay. அடுத்து 21 யார் படிக்கிறான்?
I'll read, Mama.
Oh, sure.
धृतिस्तम्भाधारां दृढगुणनिबद्धां सगमनां विचित्रां पद्माढ्यां प्रतिदिवससन्मार्गघटितां स्मरारे मच्चेतः स्फुटपटकुटीं प्राप्य विशदां जयस्वामिन् शक्त्या सह शिवगणैः सेवित विभो.
Very nice, very nice. ஒரு ஸ்லோகம் கூட படிக்கலாமா? Let's try. The 22. So 22, the same concept kind of continues, where he once again reverts to saying, hey, Parameshwara, my current state is what? We already explained in 21 that he is fully ready, but however he goes back to explain his current state in 22. Okay, so we'll try that. Pralobhadhyair arthaharana paratantrodhanigrihe. Pralobhadhyair arthaharana परतन्त्रो दनिगृहे प्रवेशोद्युक्तश्चन् भ्रमति बहुधा तस्करपथे इमं चेतश्चोरं कथमिह सहे शङ्करविभो तवादीनं कृत्वा मयि निरपराधे गुरुकृपाम् प्रलोभाद्यैर् atiharanam. So lots of splitting of words are required here, but we will do it one slowly. Pralobhajairartaharanam paratantro dhanigrahe praveshodyuktasyan brahmati bahuda daskarapate imam chetaschoram katamiha shahe shankara vibho tavadhinam krutva Mayi niraparade Guru Kripam. Guru Kripam, right? Not Guru Kripam, Guru Kripam. Okay. So here some of the invocation words have to be explained. So what the invocation word that you find here is Taskarapate, Taskarapate, Taskarapate. So Taskarapate is like who is Taskarapate? Taskara means what? To steal. So to steal, stay. So say in Rudram we say Tenanam Patiye Namaha. So in the Shiva Trisadi, which is nothing but the Rudram. So there are two names that we should remember, which are relevant to here. Number one is Tenanam Patiye Namaha. Stenanam Patiye. So the head of thieves. Head of thieves. Okay. Then there is another mantra which says Taskaranam Pataye Namaha. Taskaranam Pataye Namaha. So that means who again the head of thieves. So what is the Shiva stealing? He is stealing all the bad things away from you. He is stealing your mind more than anything. So you are totally attracted towards him. Therefore, he has stolen your mind. So you are completely possessed by him. That is why he is called Taskarapate. Taskarapate. So more than all the other lords, all the gods that we can think of, the poet thinks of the Shiva as the ultimate lord, and therefore he says Taskarapate. So Taskarapate. So yeah, if you remember the Tevaram, there he will sing தோடுடைய செவியன் விடையேறியோ தூவெண்மதிசூடி காடுடைய சுடலை பொடி பூசியன் உள்ளங்கவர் கள்வன். So உள்ளங்கவர் கள்வன். So kalvan means what? Thief. So that is the concept which is coming here. Taskarapate, he Parameshwara, Taskarapate. So then he is talking about what? He is Tava Mai Niraparade Kuru. So make me somebody who is remove all my sins and then make me niraparadaha, so completely blemishless. That is what I am asking of you. So that is the next request that the poet has of Parameshwara. So Mai niraparade kuru kripam, take pity on me. So kripam Mai niraparade kuru, hey, in order to do that, how you should do it? Tava adinam kritva. Take me over because I am helpless. I need your help. I don't know what I should do. Therefore, you should come. You should help me and then possess me. Take me over completely and then remove me. Get rid of. Help me to get rid of all my sins. So make me niraparadaha. And then in this way be protect me. So tavadinam kritva, adinam kritva, tava adinam kritva, mai niraparade kuru. That is the request that he has of Parameshwara. Why? His helpless state of mind is because of is the various things that currently have possessed his mind. What are those things? Pralobhadhyai, Pralobhadhyai, Arthaharana Paratantro, Dhanigrihe Pravesha Yukta San. Okay, Bahutha Brahmati. That is the state that he is describing in the first two lines, right? Pralobhadhyai. Pralobhadhyay means what? Pralobha adhyay. Pralobha means lobham is ashay, desire. Okay? ஆசைக்கோர் அளவில்லை அகிலமெல்லாம் கட்டி ஆளிலும் கடல் மீதிலே ஆசை செலுத்திடவே நினைப்பார். That தாயுமானவர் song we referred to in the previous class. So pralobhati. So count a limitless desire. So pralobha adhyay. So pralobhadhyay. Then arthaharanam is apaharanam, right? So because of your limitless, I am ruling one country. I'm not enough. That country is not enough for me. Therefore, I should go and take over somebody's country. I am having a company I'm running, but I'm seeing somebody is in competition. So I want to destroy that competition. The best way to do is just go and buy that company also. Artha apaharanam. So Pralobhadhyai, Pralobhadhyai, Arthaharana, Paratantraha. That is somebody else's possession I want to take over. Okay, Paratantra Artha Apaharana. Okay, Paratantra Artha Apaharana. So Pralobhadhyai Arthaharana Paratantro. Then Dhanigrihe Pravesha Yuktashan. Why would you go to Dhanigrihe? You will go to a rich man's house for 2 things. So you are seeking possession from him. You are seeking something from him. So that is why we said in the 19th sloka, Durasa Bhuyishte Durasa Bhuyishte Durathipa Grihadvara Gatake Durante Samsare Durita Nilaye Dukka Janake say Duradhipa Grihadvara Gatake. So I go to the rich man's house and I know he is a bad person. I don't care because I need money, I need some help, I need some support from him. So whatever insults he is going to throw at me, I'm not worried about that. At the end of the day, if I can get some money, something from him, I will take, I will simply forget about all the insults and I will come back with the money that I want. So Duradhipa Grihadvara Gatake, in the same way, Dhanigrihe Pravesha Yukta San, Pravesha Ukta San. So that is my nature. My nature is Pralobhadhyai Arthaharana Paratantro Dhanigrihe Pravesha Yuk Praveshotyaktasan. In this way, Brahmati Bahudha. My mind is running in all kinds of directions. So the Loba, I already spoke about that when I spoke about the Sankhya Yoga, right? So one thing leads to other. So Kamam leads to Krodham, Krodham leads to Lobam, Lobam leads to, so like that. One thing leads to another, and finally it results in Vinasham. That is Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 that we spoke about. So in Bhagavatam, he talks about the same thing. Bhagavatam, Prahlad Charitram. Prahlad Charitram is, I think, kind of 7, I don't remember. So that he talks about how the how people can overcome kamam, people can overcome krodham, but people can never overcome lobham because that is the worst possible sin that one can have, one worst possible habit that one can have, which all of us have for that matter. So what he's saying in that Bhagavatam, the Prahlad Charitram, the verse goes like this. Well, how does it go? Kamasyantam hi kshutrabhyam. Kamasyantam hi kshutrabhyam. I will explain. Kamasyantam hi kshutrabhyam. Krodasya itat phalodayat. So krodasya itat phalodayat. Jano Yati na lobasya jitva bhuktva disho bhuvaha. So like I said, ஆசைக்கோர் அளவில்லை அகிலமெல்லாம் கட்டியாளினும் கடல் மீதிலே ஆசை செலுத்தவே நினைப்பார். So the same concept, Prahlad Chatram Bhagavatam, it says, Kamasya antam hi kshutravyam. So you have some desire of on something. As soon as it is like hunger. So once you have achieved that lust is satisfied, at least for that moment, you have overcome the kama. So kamasya antam hi kshutravyam. Kshutravyam is, it's like overcome. You are hungry, so you are fed. The hunger is over. So that is kshutravyam. Okay, you are satisfied. Then krodasya itat phalodaya. So the krodam is arising out of what? Something you are desiring, you are not getting, so you are angry. So once that whatever you are seeking after that is achieved, so hopefully that krodam goes away. So you're happy, right? Like a child asking for a toy and you are not giving the toy, the child is crying, doing all kinds of. Then once you give the toy, the child becomes quiet. So krodasya itat phalodayat. So kamasyantam kshatravyam krodasya itat phalodayat. However, jano yatina lobasya jitva bhuktva disho muvaha. So even if you conquer all directions, you will never be able to overcome your lobham. That is why pralobhadhyay. My lobham is driving me nuts. It is driving me in all directions, and I'm completely possessed by this desire. Pralobhadhyay arthaharana, and that lobham is driving me towards what? Arthaharana paratantro. So it is driving me to take over things that belong to others also. So pralobhadhyay arthaharana paratantro dhanigrihe praveshodyuktasyan. In this way, Brahmati Bahuta Taskarapathe. So in this way, my mind, imam cheta choram. So in this case, this my mind is like a thief. It's a thief because it's looking for things which belong to others. So imam chetaschoram katamiha sahe shankara vibho hihe katam sahe. How am I to? I am totally disgusted. I'm so ashamed of my life. I'm completely unhappy. Okay, and therefore, katham iha katham sahe. How can I tolerate all this? Therefore, what is required of you? Tava adinam krutva. Tava adinam krutva. Mayi niraparade. Guru kuru kripam. Please take pity on me and come and help me and take me over and help me to get over these difficulties that I have. That is the 22nd one. So pralobhadhyay arthaharana paratantro danigrhe. So you will see that when we arrange the words according to the meaning, the chanting will not be possible. Therefore, when we chant, some of these words get cut, but mauled, let us say. So प्रलोभाध्यैर् प्रलोभाद्यैरर्थाहरण परतन्त्रो दनिगृहे प्रवेशोद्युक्तशन् भ्रमति बहुधा तस्करपथे इमं चेतश्चोरं कथमिह सहे शङ्कर विभो तवादीनं कृत्वा मयि निरपराधे गुरु कुरु कृपाम् मयि निरपराधे कुरु कृपाम्. Okay. Well, if you want to, we can do it in the next class. You can practice it at home. With that we will keep it. Let's sloka 22. Okay.
So
Well,
we can think that because I have so many undesirable qualities.
Mm.
So he's addressing Shiva, please come and steal away these and reside in my.
No, he not steal away, remove this thing. He cannot. That technically you are asking Shiva to absorb your bad habits. No, that's not possible. So, so the choram cannot be attributed to the Shiva. So then you are asking him. No, that is not. So நான் உனக்கு அடிமை அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டுனா அர்த்தம். I come to you completely rid of all the bad habits. And then you can put it there. So that is the adhikaram. So you can't take something with, if you are running a sick industry, you just want to sell off all the bad assets and take only the ones which are capable of being used. Yeah. So yeah, that's how we should. So tava dinam krutva should not be taken to take the choram there. Okay.
Okay.
Right. प्रलोभाध्यैरर्थाहरण परतन्त्रो दनिगृहे प्रवेशोत्युपदिश्यन् भ्रमति बहुधा तस्करपथे इमं चेतश्चोरं कथमिह सहे शङ्कर विभो तवादीनं कृत्वा मयि निरपराधे कुरु कृपाम्. ரொம்ப அவர் சொல்லார் இல்லையா, ஆதிசங்கரர் வந்து இதுல பஜகோவிந்தத்துல சொல்றாரு இல்லையா, சத் சங்கத்தே நிர்சங்கத்துவம் நிர்சங்கத்வே நிர்மோகத்துவம் நிர்மோகத்வே நிர்மூலத்துவம் நிர்மூல ஜீவன் முக்தி இல்லையா. ஸோ ஜீவன் முக்தி வரணும்னாக்கா you have to go through that stage by stage, right? So we'll discuss more of this in the coming classes. Okay.
So இதுலயே மாமா இது நம்ம Mahaperiva Mandi, he has selected a few slokas for the Parayanam, some 20 or 25 slokas.
I don't know that. Oh, I don't know. இருந்தா அனுப்புங்க எனக்கு, நான் பார்க்கிறேன்.
No, it was the other way. That is, Ramana Bhagavan chose those 20-25 slokas and it came to Mahaperiva. Mahaperiva agreed with this thing. These are the right things for Parayanam.
Oh, I see. தெரியல எனக்கு. அனுப்புங்க.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Namaskaram. See you all. Okay, bye.
Thank you, Mama. Namaskar.
Bye. Bye. You said something?
I said thank you, Mama.
Oh, okay. Right, Mama. Right. See you all.